days after the polls close, we still don't know who the next president of the United States will be. Now, here's where things stand right now. Remember, the candidates need 270 electoral votes to win. CBS News reports former Vice President Joe Biden currently stands at 253, President Trump at 213. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor is in the newsroom with the latest developments in the ongoing vote count in some of those key battleground states this noon. Alice?
Chris, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Georgia are still considered toss-ups. Arizona and Nevada are leaning Democratic, and Nevada officials are expected to give an update soon on ballot counting there. Just moments ago, the Trump campaign announced it's filing another lawsuit, this one to stop the voting in Nevada. This, as a judge in another state threw out a lawsuit the Trump campaign filed yesterday. Ballot counting continued in Atlanta, Georgia today, where about 60,000 are left to be tallied.
Accuracy is going to be the bedrock upon which people will believe the outcomes of these elections, be they on the winning side or the losing side.
And mail-in ballot counting continues in Philadelphia, despite President Trump's tweet saying any vote that came in after Election Day will not be counted. Twitter flagged the post as disputed and possibly misleading. Early yesterday morning, President Trump falsely claimed victory and is now demanding a recount in Wisconsin and suing to stop the ballot count in Georgia, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, claiming a lack of transparency.
Our Pennsylvania Supreme Court heard this issue several weeks ago and determined that if a ballot was postmarked by Election Day and received up until Friday, tomorrow at 5 p.m., that it's a legal vote and it's going to be counted.
Pennsylvania is one of several states that, according to law, could not begin mail-in ballot counting until Election Day and predicted it would take days to get through. In Detroit, supporters of President Trump demanded entry to a ballot processing center to watch the vote count, where there were already poll watchers representing both parties in place. There was a large demonstration in downtown Phoenix where deputies in tactical gear stood just outside the entrance to the election center, making sure no one went inside. Arizona officials say there are 450,000 ballots left to be counted.
There's no legal ground for us to stop counting ballots.
Former Vice President Joe Biden is within striking distance of the 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. And Joe Biden's campaign is expressing optimism, but warns supporters to stay patient and calm as vote counting continues. Still, a Biden-Harris transition team website has been launched. Now, we have a new development for you. A short time ago, a Georgia judge dismissed a lawsuit by the Trump campaign that asked to ensure state laws were followed on absentee ballots. Live in the newsroom, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Alice, thank you very much.